Okay, part three. Bobby and Whitney falls in love. He said the moment he realized that he fell in love with Whitney Houston was when Whitney Houston came to Japan to see him on tour, and his second children's mother, Kim, which is LaPrincia and Bobby Brown Jr.'s mother, was backstage in the dressing room, and Whitney Houston was there, and that's when all hell broke loose. And Whitney, in my opinion, was playing a dangerous game. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Brown had those kids, especially his son, Bobby Jr., when they were engaged. So Whitney still was wanting what Whitney wanted, being hard headed, and in my opinion, she got what she was looking for. They said allegedly, she said, I'm gonna take you from that bitch. They said allegedly, but I don't know. Whitney could have said, she might have didn't say. But I know Whitney wanted to take Bobby Brown, and I didn't. In my opinion, that's not cool. In my opinion. So Bobby and Whitney decided to get married. On their wedding day, Bobby got nervous and locked himself in the bathroom while he was drinking and doing party favors. And Alicia was looking for him that day, and someone told her that he was in the bathroom. And then, she came in there and she said she was asking what was wrong. He told her, and then she convinced him, if you really love her and she love you, get married. And to me, okay, now he keeps saying, sticking with this story, um that was his first time seeing Whitney use party favors on their wedding day, and I think that's a lie, in my opinion. I don't know why Bobby's going to stick with that story. You knew what that lady was doing, especially both of y'all had a lot of problems before that wedding day even came started. So to me, in my opinion, I don't know why he keeps saying that. And also I see that he keeps saying he was more popular than she was when they met. No, he was more popular to the black community. Whitney Houston was an icon when they met. Her first album was an iconic album. So we'll talk about all this stuff Friday on my live. And he said before they got married that John Houston ecstasy his bank stubs. I believe that, and I really believe he really was worth $55 million, like he said. And he had just got a $36 million check from his publishing. I believe all that because Bobby Brown was really legendary back then. With being newlyweds and the success of The Bodyguard, Whitney and Bobby, I think in like 92 and 93, they really was having happy years of their marriage. And Bobby Christina came along, but right before Bobby Christina was Bobby Brown Jr. And I do commend Bobby Brown for admitting that, he stepped out on Whitney and, got the mother of his children, pregnant. And, after Bobby Jr. was born, then in 93, Bobby Christina was born. And he did, so he admitted to that. What shocked me a little bit, but I say Bobby Brown's maturing, and he's older. He's a grown man now. Um, the Robin situation. He said Robin was a great person, a great friend to Whitney. He said that he still wished that Robin was still with Whitney during Whitney's last days because he said that's how good of a person Robin was. He didn't know about their relationship until, after they were married. I kind of do believe that a little bit. I do believe that. Um, but that takes maturity and ownership and of Bobby Brown for admitting that Robin was a great person. We all know this. Now, with stardom, pressure start kicking in. This is a powerhouse couple, very popular. I think one of the most iconic Hollywood couples of all times. And their drug use started, getting heavier and heavier. And the president, I think, of MCA Records at the time said Whitney Houston was an enabler. So Bobby, he went on tour with her during the Bodyguard tour, which he should have been working. And she started enabling him. And the type of lifestyle Bobby Brown had before her, yeah, he was famous and legendary, but the type of status Whitney Houston had, the access, couldn't compare. And he entered, it was like Pandora's box. And with that, the drug use got horrible. And then we get to the infamous New Edition Home Again tour. And, y'all know how that went down. And, you know, after that, he had to leave the tour because all the delusions and, him being the paranoia from the drugs and him and Whitney's antics during the whole touring, it just wasn't a good look. So he had to part ways from New Edition again, once again. Now, Bobby, you was doing good, but now you starting to fabricate a little bit. Now, Bobby Christina saw a lot of things. Come on now. Allegedly, she saw you spit on Whitney Houston, her own mother. Come on now. She saw a lot of stuff and heard a lot of stuff. But you could tell Bobby was very family oriented. You could tell he tried his best of his ability to make his kids happy and be together. But just him and his Whitney's addiction took over. That disease is very terrible. They try to do the best they could by the children. Whitney Houston was an excellent stepmom, and she was an excellent stepmom because she acted like those kids was her own kids. And I know they spoiled Bobby Christina. It's just sad what drugs could do. Now Bobby Brown goes to jail. I think he had to do 30 days, and y'all remember the most famous greeting Whitney Houston run into his arms, and he said he got clean. He did look clean. He did get clean in jail. I will give him that. And Whitney was still doing drugs. Now after this, Bobby swears that he didn't do drugs ever again. But I was giving Bobby Brown a lot of credit. Now he's starting to backpedal. And in my opinion, that's where Bobby Brown's story. And see, thing about it, you know what, y'all? I can't get mad at Bobby Brown because when people do drugs, they can't remember a lot of things. They try to, and some things seem like it's reality when it really isn't. Don't y'all remember the Diane Sawyer interview? Wasn't Bobby Brown high during that time allegedly? Didn't he say he smoked weed allegedly? That's still drugs in my opinion, but still we know it was harder drugs. Didn't he say he smoked weed during that interview? That was way after him getting out of prison. So that's what I'm saying. So you gotta watch Bobby Brown. And I don't, I sometimes I don't think he does it on purpose. I think he really don't remember some things. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, he can't. He's bad with his memory and he's bad with time, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not trying to knock him, but you will not do that to Whitney. Like, I don't like that. Both of y'all were addicts. Don't act like she was strong on, more harsh drugs than you. Both of y'all was doing the same thing together, and that's what kept both of y'all together was the drugs. And when I guess you got tired of doing them as much, then that's when the rift happened. But don't y'all remember that and she's on here too. Don't y'all remember the drug counselor as well saying Bobby Brown, when Whitney was trying to get sober, he didn't like it because Whitney was telling him no to things. She wouldn't buy this, she wouldn't do that, and he was getting upset. So he didn't like that. Don't y'all also remember that her saying he was bringing her beer to rehab, allegedly? So that's why I said don't do that. So and I love Bobby Brown daughter LaPrincia. She is so beautiful. I could tell that's Bobby Christina's sister. She said it was time for that divorce. And, Whitney filed them papers. They try to act like Whitney family was in her ear, but it was just time. It was time. And Bobby, I don't think you was really fighting because you didn't even show up for a lot of the hearings. And that's documented. And what you in on Miss Corinne Stephen couch? Oh, we gonna say that for Friday. Allegedly. So after the divorce, Bobby Brown was left with nothing. And that's when, him and Alicia started, they started off as friends and then, they started dating and things like that happened. In my opinion, I never had a problem with Alicia because always said Alicia was time enough for Bobby Brown. And Bobby Brown probably said that she believed that Alicia saved his life. And I do think that as well. I just think she is time enough for him. She hold him accountable, and she not gonna take no stuff off of him. Where Whitney Houston, y'all know how Whitney was with him. She enabled him. Bobby could do no wrong in her book, and she was not in the right headspace herself. So that's why I always said Bobby needed somebody strong in his corner, and Whitney needed somebody strong in her corner. Both of them needed someone to hold both of them accountable and did not play with them. Both of them together, that was toxic in my opinion. It just wasn't going to work. Two immature people together with insecurities, no ma'am. But anyway, Whitney Houston passed. Bobby Christina is getting more distant with her father's side of the family. Bobby felt like she was pulled away. So Bobby Christina and her father relationship was really getting strained. But sometime like in 2014, they started, repairing it, and they was, Skyping or FaceTiming each other and sending each other video messages, and they were both excited to see each other. And she was supposed to stay with him in LA for a little bit until she found her footing, what she wanted to do in life. And um you could tell in one of her video calls, she's ex Nick that, you want to say hi, he just waved his hands hi. But it's so sad, y'all, that her life mimicked her mother life. Everybody is telling her, stay away from this person. This person is no good for you. I don't know. I don't care how much you say you love him. He say he love you. It's no good. For y'all people out here that always say, oh, Whitney and Bobby, they was in love and they was in love. Bobby Christina felt the same way about Nick Gordon. Was they in love? So the bathtub accident happened to Bobby Christina just like her mother. And she's in the hospital for months fighting for her life. The doctors tell Bobby Brown that, she will not ever have a normal life. And he said towards the end, in a dream, Whitney Houston came to him and said, let my baby go. And then Bobby Christina passed away on July 26th. Does that sound just like Whitney Houston? Bobby Brown sued Nick Gordon, and they found Nick Gordon responsible for Bobby Christina passing. Well, after Bobby Christina's passing, um, Bobby Brown spiraled back into alcoholism, and Alicia, was strong on him, and not playing no games, and got, he got help for himself. Then not too long after that, he was calling his son Bobby Brown Jr. and he said he didn't pick up, so he went over to his apartment, which I did not know this, y'all. And when he went over to the apartment, he found, Bobby Brown Jr. laying on the floor, and paramedics came and told him, he had been long gone for hours because his body, was in that rigor mortis state. And that's very sad. I remember when that happened. I remember when it broke the news. It's sad, and God really has a plan for Bobby Brown and wants a Bobby Brown attention. And overall, I think Bobby Brown has learned his lesson. He's officially became a grown man, and I think he learned from a lot of his mistakes. And I think with a good wife and his young kids, I think it'll keep the youth in Bobby Brown. Overall, this was a good special. Anyway, it's your girl Lola loves you, and I'll be back with another video. Bye. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Bye.